Beautiful. I am your hostess and your melanated queen, y'all. Today is heute ist Samstag. Today is Saturday. Y'all, this is Labor Day weekend. I know many of you are out there enjoying your barbecues and cookouts and whatever you're doing going out of town. So, if that is the case, safe travels to you all. For all of those under the sound of my voice, I wish you a peaceful weekend. I wish you a very lucrative weekend if you're out working, if you're out making money, if you are out promoting your business. I'm just hoping that your business goes well for you. This is actually a great weekend to be out there promoting businesses and vending and selling and things like that. So, the title of this video is Where Are All My Living Legends At? Okay, where are you at? Because I actually designed a hoodies especially for the living legends out there. What does it mean to be a living legend to you? You want to celebrate legends while they're still living, while they're still here. And I feel that you can be a legend while you're still here on earth. There's nothing wrong with that, y'all. We have to speak those things that we want into existence and into power. And I just feel that walking in your purpose is so important in this lifetime. Walking in your divinity is so important in this lifetime, by the way. So, yesterday, Fox Galaxy, hey, you went live right on time because of how low even though I deeply regret speaking. Fox, don't regret speaking because let me tell you something. You're going through whatever you're going through right now, but it will get better. So the best advice that I can give to you, because I felt low yesterday, I didn't even want to come on and talk. I didn't feel like speaking to anybody, Fox Galaxy, and I think I talked about that yesterday. So what did I do to push through it? I rested. I rested and rested until I gathered up the strength and energy to get myself up and get myself together. I did my hair. I got myself together and I went out and I had some good food. I had some vegan tacos yesterday, just like I had planned in my head. And the food was good. And I ended up making some money yesterday and it was unexpected. So, Fox, there's nothing wrong with feeling low because you're human. You have to feel all your energy and emotions just the way they are. Don't let somebody make you feel that something's wrong with you because by your energy being low and by you feeling like that, that's just your spirit talking to you because something is not satisfied. There's a void somewhere, something's not right. And we have to figure out a way to fix that. um so what is it that could be troubling you? It's so many things that go on out here, y'all, that people go through, and a lot of times we overlook these things. People think, oh, it's the holiday time, everybody should be out at gatherings having fun. Life doesn't work that way all the time. There are plenty people, and I don't necessarily believe in these holidays or Christmas, but there are so many people that put pressure on themselves to feel good, to feel like they have to be, where society tells them they need to be. This is why I actually came on to do a live stream called Living Legend, because you determine what is a legend to you. What does it mean to be a living legend to you? You determine your own success. Success is not what everybody else makes it, what society tells you it has to be. Success is what means the most in your life, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel important, what makes you feel satisfied and fulfilled. So if it's something that you need to release, an outlet, creativity, go for that. It doesn't matter what everybody else is thinking, what everybody else is saying, how they're judging you. Um, if somebody did something to you to make you feel low, just know that that's not how people treat you. I have to say this: how people treat you is not an indication of who you are. How other people treat you is not an indication of who you are. Because a lot of times people can feel low because of what other people have done or how someone else has treated them, how someone else has talked to them, and stuff like that. So I really don't know what is causing that, but you know what, just take some time to sit with yourself. If you have to listen to music, whatever music that makes you feel good, I don't care. If you have to write, about it, write about it. If you have to go out and be in nature, go out and be in nature. Y'all, I was actually going to take a little journey to the park so I could walk around the lake and everything, but I just decided to go live right here, right now. You said I'm trying to escape this because I'm tired of hiding my fake smile. I created my own realm from my heart so I can be actually happy and not take a smile and claim I'm fine. So basically, it sounds Fox Galaxy like you don't want to put on a fake happy face for people. You want your happiness to truly come from within. You don't want to be going around here fake smiling and pretending like everything's okay. And that's fine too, because I remember years ago when I remember I was on my lunch break and I went to Target, y'all. And I just used to go to, different places on my lunch break just to get away from the job. And I remember there was this guy in the parking lot, this older Caucasian guy. And he looked at me and he said, "Smile." Smile. And people would be like, "Smile. You need to smile." And I'm like, "Why am I smiling if I don't feel like that on the inside?" So, hey, Rudy. So I don't know if like they understood what I was going through or they knew like what I had on my mind, but I didn't feel like smiling. And sometimes if you don't feel like smiling, you don't have to. Um, and a lot of times how you feel can show on your face. It's not that you're trying to be mean. It's not that you're trying to be unapproachable. It just might be that you are dealing with things in life, you're facing stuff, and people just have no idea what you're going through. But, oh, it's a butterfly in the backyard flying all around, y'all. Oh, I just love seeing butterflies. But yeah, little things, little things. So when you feel like that, I have a planner and it has a habit tracker and it has a journal entry thing. And you put down three things that you're grateful for each and every week or each and every day. So start thinking like that if you can. Start kind of telling yourself, okay, I know I don't feel good. I don't feel the best inside. I feel like my soul is being tormented. But what are some things that I can be thankful for? And y'all, even little things that we take for granted are very important, such as being able to breathe on our own. We have the functioning and the activity of our lungs. There are some people that have to be hooked up to ventilators and respirators. What am I proud of? OWT. I just talked about it. Being able to breathe on my own, having the activity and functioning of my lungs, being able to have my limbs, being able to walk, talk, see, hear, having all my senses, being able to be of sound mind and of judgment, and being able to utilize the capacity of my brain, being able to have family here on this earth that is still with me and they're safe and protected, being able to have a home where so many people don't have somewhere to sleep, just the little things that people take for granted, having food to eat, having shelter, having reliable transportation. Let's start there, OWT. um and just also, it's nothing wrong with appreciating who you are as a person, all your attributes. I think the universe, I think my creators and my divine ancestors, those that come before me, for my creativity, for my gifts and my natural abilities. So we have to actually go inward when we're feeling like that. And it's not easy. People can have all these fake facades and stuff like that on social media, making it seem like life is picture perfect, and it's not. I talk about that a lot. People go through things because people are human. You are actually a spiritual entity having a human experience. So you're not meant to feel good all the time, because if that were the case, we would never have the emotion of feeling sad or feeling depressed or feeling low or feeling anxious or feeling angry. Those are perfectly natural feelings to have. That's just your way, your higher self is telling you there's something not right that we need to address. And you have every right to be able to address these things within yourself, Fox Galaxy. You have every right to address those things. The realm I made felt real. It's real to me. I'm this close to making it to my realm, and I hope I don't get an almost. Every time I express myself, I'm selfish. So now I don't trust people no more. So I don't know who the people you're talking to that are calling you selfish, Fox Galaxy, because you express yourself. But I don't feel that anything is wrong. Oh, look at this beautiful butterfly, y'all. It's all around the yard. Y'all can't see it though. I don't know who would tell you that you're selfish for expressing your feelings, but if that's the case, you might want to talk to different people. Like if you're getting the same reaction from those people, this is one thing I had to learn. When it's certain things that I knew I couldn't to talk about with certain people, I stopped talking to those people about those things. Hi, Naveed Ahmad. How are you? I stopped talking to those people about those things. If they made me feel that way, in general, your family, okay, and it can be family. It can be relatives, it could be friends, it could be coworkers. You have to find your tribe. You have to find the people that you can connect to and the people that you can relate to, y'all. So continue to walk in your divinity. Be a living legend for yourself. Find out who are the people that can understand you and who are the people that can relate to you and talk to them. And if you have to, you have to like form your own circle. It doesn't always have to be your family because family is not always going to understand. All your family members, even if they're just because they're blood related, doesn't mean that they are your natural spiritual tribe, if that makes any sense. You have a different purpose in life. They have a different purpose in life. They have different goals. You have different goals. You have different dreams and ambitions. They have different things. You have different ideas from them that they might not understand. Family is never always going to understand everything that you do. They don't live in your body, they don't experience your feelings, so you cannot worry about them telling that you're selfish or you can't express yourself. I would actually stop talking to them about certain things if it's giving you a negative reaction, because that might cause you to feel worse. Sometimes it's best to write things down. I know for me, writing really helped a lot, and I would go back and look at things that I wrote years later or months later, and then see how far I have come and see how these things worked out in my favor. You said, thank you for going live. You might be saved me from disaster. You're not gonna look, you gotta speak to yourself in the right way. You're not going to go through a disaster, first of all. Tell yourself that. You are walking in your divine energy. Tell yourself that. You are a spiritual person. Come here in a human body, right? And it is up to us, since we're here physically, to physically make all our dreams happen. That's why we came here, right? Because in the spiritual realm, we didn't have these bodies, but we came here to get into these bodies, to come to this earth, to do the things that we were designed to do. And all of us came here with some type of purpose, y'all. All of us did. And I feel like we need to live each and every day to the fullest, to the best that we can. Like I said, even if that means sitting in your feelings and feeling how you feel that day, but you did something for yourself. You didn't have to be surrounded by fake people. You didn't have to be around other people's energy. You said I was a step away from something disastrous. Okay. Well, I'm glad it didn't happen, because so many times people can end up in a very brutal situation, because not everybody can see the future. They don't know what's about to happen. You have to think about, there are children out here that are being abused, and they don't have anybody to speak up or advocate for them. They didn't know that they were going to be in a family that was going to torment them, and yet and still these children are very resilient out here. So if they can do it, we got to think about people that are going through far more things than what we're going through. If a lot of these children, a lot of these people with, situations that we could never, ever surmise that they're going through, then we can get through what we're going through. And that's why we have to have these conversations, y'all, and connect here and talk about stuff, because life is not always going to be perfect. Life is not just beautiful all the time. I wish it was, but unfortunately, we live in the realm of reality on this earth. There are going to be people that are going to interfere with your life. There are going to be events that take place that you can't even plan for. You never saw this coming. All we can do is try to prepare ourselves the best way we can, y'all. But nobody has life figured out. All these life coaches, these spiritual coaches, these spiritual guides, these people saying they can predict your future, they know this and they know that. Y'all, nobody has it all figured out. Because if they did, Everybody would be living the perfect life. But you got so many people out here faking it on social media. So many people faking it on Instagram because they can be who they want. They can make you think that they're living these lives that they're not really living. They could be around family, but still be lonely. They could be in a relationship, but still feel alone. And they could be abused. You don't even know what's going on, y'all. But they want y'all to think a certain thing so they could feel better because they need outside validation, right? But the most important thing is inward validation. When you feel good on the inside, it will resonate towards the outside. He said, it's like my realm sent a message to you to talk to me about this while I wait for my crossing to the realm. You might not understand. It's very, very deep. So I might not fully understand. People go through some deep, dark moments in life. And this is very true. Everything that people go through, we're not always going to understand it. So the best that we can do is help ourselves the best way we can. And having an outlet, to me, being in nature helps me. I'm just sharing what helps me, being in nature, going to the park, being around water and being in water, grounding, being on near nature and the earth. So that really, really heals too. And also sunlight heals, fresh air heals. That's the first form of healing, is being in fresh air, because we need oxygen first. And then we need water and food and all these other things. But if we don't have fresh air, then our bodies shut down. If our brain doesn't get oxygen, all of a sudden what happens? We shut down. So we have to actually go into nature, y'all. Let's start there and be around energy that feels good to us. Be around vibrations that feel good to us. Thank you so much for the likes, by the way. Thank you so much for everybody that is tuned in. But I just, wanted to come on and talk about it. You can be your own living legend today, and whatever that means to you, you define that. So it's not always about having the most money. Some people, they have misconstrued it. They have lied to us. They make it seem like you need to go out here and make as much money as you can. But what is the trade off? A lot of people that have these six-figure jobs and six-figure salaries, or these big corporate salaries, they work so much, they don't get to spend any time for themselves, for their personal lives, or be around their significant others, or be around their family. Sometimes they're not happy and they're very stressed out dealing with these jobs just so they can acquire physical things. The more that you have, the more that it takes to maintain these things. And that's what a lot of people don't understand or don't realize. Um, so live with whatever is comfortable for you. It's not about what other people think. I remember back in the day, y'all, before social media even existed, we had a lot less and we were a lot more complacent and happy and carefree in life. We didn't have a whole lot, but we had what we needed and we were perfectly fine. I'm talking about, just from what I remember, this is before people were really big into iPhones and cell phones, and people weren't on the internet like that. This is when they still had, and y'all probably don't even remember this, but they had the dial up internet, AOL.com. I still have my AOL.com email address, by the way. They used to have, we had a gateway computer. Y'all probably don't even know about that. We still had CDs. Okay, y'all have MP3 players now. Well, y'all have streaming now. I remember when they had cassette tapes and all of this type of stuff. A lot of people don't remember those days, but those were the best days for me, when we used to go outside and just enjoy the simple stuff in life, like riding your bicycle around the neighborhood was a big thing. I mean, you ride around and then you touch bases with all your neighborhood friends. You would see all of them, and you riding with your sister or whoever. Those little things brought me joy, y'all. You said I was happy like SpongeBob growing up, but each year it faded to a depressed Squidward. Yes, Squidward is my favorite character because we're related. Okay, I don't know about much about SpongeBob. I didn't grow up in that realm, in that era. Yeah, I remember the Berenstain Bears, and even as an adult, I would tune in and watch the Berenstain Bears because that's what made me happy and that's what made me feel good. I remember Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright, and I even went and bought the CDs. I mean, not the CDs, the DVDs. When they DVDs are not even a thing anymore because now it's Netflix and Hulu and YouTube, right? But back then, I used to buy the DVDs and I would watch cartoons as an adult because it made me feel good. I still have crayons. I will get a coloring book and color. I have bubbles. I will blow bubbles. I will play with my bubble machine and just let the bubbles flow because I like the way it looks. And it's not about being a child, it's still about having a youthful spirit and knowing about the little things that make you feel good in life. Because sometimes it's not always about a big uh, episode, a big boisterous thing. It's about little things, little details that make you feel happy. Like y'all see how happy I get tickled when I see butterflies flying in the backyard. Like, because I think they're so beautiful and they represent freedom and transformation. And I just love the way they look. They're fragile, they're delicate, like, but they're so beautiful to look at, y'all. So it's not always major things. They train us to think that we should have all these major big things going on. The reason why they focus on that is because it makes you go outside of yourself and look at everybody else. Oh, look at this person, look at that person. But no, everything that you need, that you were sent here for with, is right within yourself. Hey, good. What's good, Adriana? Hey, it's so good to see you live. Thank you, Miss Ma'am. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend as well. Yeah, so it's all about celebrating yourself every day, being the main character in your life, having main character energy, y'all. Embracing you. When you embrace you, you try not to feel bad about yourself in any capacity. You know, people are going to talk about you. People, and that's what they do. They try to bring other people down, right? They try to bring your energy down because they don't always feel good about themselves. I've been through that so many times that now you just know how to keep rolling and ignore it, keep rolling and ignore it. Because once you're no longer here, these people are not going to even exist to you. They're not even going to matter. When you came into this earthly realm, these people did not bring you into this world. I mean, they don't give you life every day, they don't give you breath in your body every day. So they really should not matter. What matters is you. What matters is going within you and finding out what makes you feel good. And sometimes you're going to go through dark energy. You're going to go through depressive periods in life. You are going to be depressed. People don't talk about that. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to have anxiety because we're living in an abnormal world. They try to make us feel like the world is normal, but it's not. We live in a very abnormal society and they make us feel like something's wrong with you if you're not normal. What is normal, y'all? What is normal? You said, I am actually going outside a lot more and I write more songs. That is beautiful, Adriana. And I do what makes me happy. I'm so glad to hear that. I hang out with my friends more often and do things away from my phone a lot more now. Good for you. Yes, indeed. These phones can be a distraction. I'm so glad that you're actually embracing your real life in person. That is wonderful. You said, I'm trying to find something. Did you just jump? She just jumped in my lap, y'all. I'm trying to find something to feel happy about, but I get slapped with static and no search results. Even editing videos doesn't make me as happy as it used to. All right. Well, you're welcome, Adriana. So, Fox Galaxy, it's okay because our interests changed over time. Like, so there's a period in time when, hey, writing might make a person happy. You put the writing down, singing might be your thing, or playing an instrument might be your thing, or painting, or drawing, or dancing, music. Like so much of our interest shifts because we are multi talented, multifaceted beings, right? We are not one dimensional entities. So we don't just need to focus on one thing. If it's other things that make you happy, then do the other things. Like photography. I like photography, but I like taking picture of nature, pictures of butterflies and flowers and just beautiful scenery, and that relaxes me. I like fish and fish tanks. I like the aquatic scenery, and I would love to go scuba diving one day. I think that would be very serene. I wanted to do a helicopter ride, but I think for my birthday one year, but I don't know if anybody was feeling going on a helicopter ride with me, and I didn't want to do it by myself. I think my sister would have, but we didn't go. Being at the beach, y'all, I love water. I love being at the beach. Fox Galaxy, try doing old hobbies till you find what works. That's what I did, and I caught on with singing. I love it, Adriana. So Fox Galaxy, Adriana's trying to give you some good advice. You know, you just can't give up on life, though. You sound kind of young too, so you can't. You're too young to give up. And sometimes that's when the enemy attacks at the most is in your youth, in your younger years, because if they can attack you the younger you are, then you're tainted when you get older, right? And so you feel like giving up, not trying, being complacent, just settling. You didn't come here We didn't come here to settle. We came here to do it big, y'all. Do it big. Love from India. Shout out to Nakat Shaikh. I think I pronounced your name correctly. I just want to say shout out to India. I love Indian food, by the way. Um, love Indian food. Yeah, I am. I'm 20. Okay, yeah, you're young. So when I was your age, I remember how that felt. And y'all, 20, you don't have life figured out. And you don't have it figured out no matter how old you get. You are still learning each and every year, each and every day, each and every decade that you're here. And hopefully, you will discover what your purpose is. And it could be a multitude of things. Your purpose is not just one thing. You know that? So, different times in your life, you will have a different purpose. So, a purpose for you right now could be just to sit with yourself, Fox, and find yourself and to feel the energy and the emotions and discover yourself. 20 years old, you're still learning about who you are. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. A lot of these people that you see on social media, especially if they're in the entertainment industry or if they're like a celebrity, those people were basically pushed into the industry as children by their parents. Some of them didn't even want that life. They were born into it, and some of them, if they could escape it, they would. But it's too late because of they have such ties to the industry, they can't get out of it. You said I should definitely try Indian biryani food. Let me see. I don't know what biryani. Let me look that up. I actually let me see. I had lamb before. I know Indians like to eat lamb. Hold on, what else do y'all eat? Lamb and like it's some type of pasta that I had. I don't know if it's actually pasta, but it was really good. I had to stop going to the Indian restaurant that I was going to because what ended up happening is the owner passed away, y'all. And I used to tear that place up. I used to go there on my lunch breaks when I was working from home, and I loved that food. They actually made barbecue kale over there too. I don't know if y'all ever had barbecue kale. I used to order that, and but I'm looking up what biryani is. BIR. Okay, biryani. Okay, it's a popular South Asian mixed rice dish made with rice, meat, for seafood, vegetables, spices, and gravy. Okay, that sounds kind of good. Sealed with dough or a slow cooking process called dum, originating from India and Iran. Ooh, Iran. It's known for its aromatic spices, fragrant basmati rice, and rich flavors. I do like rice with variations like Hyderabad, Hyderabadi biryani being particularly famous. Okay, okay. I'm open to trying different dishes. I do love different like I like experiencing different cultures, learning about different cultures, and I do like eating different foods. Let's see. Sometimes I catch on with my idols things, not in a bad way or an obsessive way or an unhealthy way. And my idols are really silly. And now I'm high on life, not like smoking high, ill, never. Good. I'm so glad you don't smoke because there's nothing good that's going to come out of that. This life is my earthly comfort zone until I finally escape to the realm. Okay. All right. Well, that's all good. So thank you for that bit of advice about the Indian food. Um, I can't remember what type of Indian dish I used to eat, but it had some type of like noodles in it. And I don't eat meat, so I would get like the veggie bowls. But yeah, I do like Indian food. I talked about this yesterday. And I would like to try some different things too. Today, y'all, I think I might have Thai food because I'm getting hungry again. I don't know. Every time I get on live, I start gaining an appetite, getting hungry. So I might actually go to the Thai place. I might actually do a video so y'all can see it. But it's this really good Thai place. Thank you for not brushing me off. Of course, not Fox Galaxy. Adriana, Fox Galaxy 24 by Rim, do you mean after? Oh, we hope not, right? We hope not because we all came here for a reason. Y'all got to think how much of a miracle it is for us to be here. When you think about everything, he said it's deep. When you think about everything that we went through to be here, like we didn't ask to be here, we just came here, but spontaneous combustion happened bringing us into this reality, right? And then we started growing, and the cells started multiplying and reproducing like at a very rapid rate of speed. And what happened next? Our DNA started replicating, and we took alleles from here, an allele from here, an allele from here. If you don't know what an allele is, that's part of your DNA. And the alleles, they spin. And I choose this, and I'm gonna snip this. I'm gonna snip your hair color from here, your eye color is from here. Oh, you're gonna get your eyes from your grandmother. You're gonna get your height from your grandfather. That's what alleles is. That's how we came into existence. And we kept growing and multiplying just like that. We happened to make it into this earthly realm. And despite the V shots, y'all know what I'm talking about, the injections, we're still here. Despite them poisoning the food, the air, and the water, we are still here. Let me see. I think my purpose is to make people happy and be silly and make people laugh. Okay. It's difficult for y'all to understand. I'm not trying to say I don't want to tell. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's all good. We respect your privacy, Fox. Um, but as long as I'm here, I'm just going to keep on doing what I do. And hopefully, Fox, that will help you in some form, way, or capacity. So, yeah, I need to do my wrist exercises, y'all. I haven't done them yet. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you so much for the engagement. I'm really appreciating that, y'all. So, as you can see, I'm still working on my wrist, still working on my wrist. And we're gonna flick the wrist one day, y'all. We're gonna be able to flick this wrist like this. See, I'm getting my mobility back, so I'm feeling good about that. What's good, King Hazy? What you got going on? How you doing today? I just decided to come on this live stream. We're talking about living legends. Where my living legends at? I got the hoodie. Shout out to all the living legends out there. I will be working on the clothing brand, doing some more printing today, but I didn't do it. More than likely, I'm going to be going to get me some Thai food, some Asian cuisine, y'all. I tear this stuff up. Yesterday, I was telling them I had vegan tacos, like I said. Y'all didn't know they could make vegan shrimp tacos. Did y'all know that? I should have took it. I didn't take a picture of it. You consider me a legend. Thank you, Adriana. Thank y'all for being on my side and hearing me out without brushing me off. You're very welcome. So, yeah, we got to celebrate ourselves around here. We are walking in our divinity. We're about royalty. We came up in this energy. We're not going down. Okay. We coming up. We're elevating all day, every day. It is hashtag no days off around here. Remember to celebrate yourself because if you don't celebrate yourself, then who else will? So, in the little things, even if it's something that you want to attain, something you want to purchase or buy for yourself, people be like, oh, don't do this and don't do that and don't spend money. Sometimes you have to treat yourself in life. Sometimes you have to invest in yourself in life. Like if you are trying to, you know, say it's a profession that you're into, like art work, or you're into some type of music. Y'all, I invested into a whole keyboard. It's sitting right here in the living room right beside me. Why did I do that? Because I was taking music classes during that time. I was a music major, and I was learning how to play the piano. So I invested into myself, and I still have it till this day. And it's nothing wrong with doing that. I hate when people come on camera and tell people, save your money, don't spend, don't do this, don't do that. How can you live your life with restrictions? Now, nobody is saying to recklessly go out there and just blow money for no reason on senseless things. What I'm saying is, if you're investing into yourself, you're investing into your future, you're investing into your elevation. Like, there are people that will invest into a sketchbook or those things that artists use, they're kind of expensive. The triangle things, I can't think of what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And you put your portraits on it. I don't know why I can't think of the name of those things, but those are not cheap. I'm chilling. What you got going on today? I'm going out enjoying some sun. That's right. You better. You better, King Hazy. Finally, I've been heard. I needed this because I felt like I was going to spill. You've definitely been heard. Investing into yourself means that I'm going out here and I have spent, yeah, I know that I've spent thousands of dollars on my clothing brand. And this was when I just first started learning out how to do my designs and how to print because I was so excited about being able to create on my own. It's a form of art. And I would be up, I think I told y'all to 12, 1, 2. I've even been up to 3 in the morning, in the AM, excuse me, printing on garments, printing and just creating because you have to have an outlet and a release. And even if it feels like, oh, I'm wasting money because I didn't sell this artwork. I'm wasting money because this didn't sell or I didn't monetize it. It's not about that. Your innate nature, your divine spiritual creativity needs to have an outlet. Your writing needs to have an outlet. Your music, your singing, your gifts, your talents, your acting, whatever it is, your comedic abilities, you need to have an outlet. So even if nobody sees it, you're doing it for you. And then maybe one day you'll come back to it and you can remix it, you can revise it, you can perfect it. And maybe the world is ready to see it, but maybe the time that you are creating this, the world isn't ready for it yet. You're not ready to share it yet. And that's perfectly fine. Do you know how much writing I have that I haven't shared with people? How many poems I have? How many stories I've started, my autobiography that's still pending that I've started writing back in 2020, how things got in the way when I started to get my creative energy back. And I said, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get my autobiography published, my children's books published, how the enemy, how the devil works, trying to taint your energy, trying to bring you down, trying to destroy. Yeah, it works like that in real life. The triangle thing is called an easel. Thank you, Adriana. I couldn't think of the name. The easel. Those are not cheap, y'all. So those things are all an investment into yourselves. If you're a cook, you might want to cook with the most expensive spices, the best olive and virgin olive oils, and those are not cheap either. But if you are elevating in life, you have to be able to set the standard for what you want, and that's what being a living legend is all about. Okay, living legend. You're here on earth being a living legend until this day. You don't have to wait until you're off the earth to be a legend, y'all. You can be a legend while you're walking this planet. To your evilest self, I hear you, Fox. You can be a living legend right here, right now, in this earthly realm. You know, pour into yourself, pour into your talents, and don't be afraid to monetarily invest into yourself. Everything that you invest in will have a return, and sometimes it won't in that instance. But don't think that you failed because you don't see the fruits of your labor right away. It takes time, and sometimes if it doesn't work out the way you want it to, that doesn't mean that it's not going to work out at all. And a thing that I heard one time is like, when you make up in your mind what you want, it doesn't matter if you have the resources to have it or to achieve it. When you make up in your mind, your brain and the universe is going to figure out a way to make it happen. And that is true. It is very true. It is so true, y'all. I remember when I said I was going to develop a clothing brand and I had no idea on where to start, what to do, how to do it. I made up in my head I was going to do it. I was in here out on FMLA. Shout out to the FMLA. For those of you who have jobs, take advantage of your FMLA, okay? So you can still get paid while you're working. So you can still get paid while you're being creative. So that when you go to work and you leave off that plantation, you can spend that time that you're getting those checks to pour into your creativity. That's what I did. My brand was birthed during that time. My real estate license was birthed during that time. You see how it all works out for you? So don't be afraid to invest into yourself. And Treat yourself just like the legend that you are, because you are a legend. If you make it up in your mind and say, you know what? Nobody else can push this brand the way I can. Nobody else can do what I'm doing the way I'm doing it. Right? Everybody has hamburgers for sale. You got Wendy's, you got Burger King, you got McDonald's. I hope y'all don't eat McDonald's. Please don't eat McDonald's, but they're still selling. They're still in business. Everybody's selling chicken. How many restaurants did you know? You got Popeyes, you got KFC, you got Hardee's, you got Bojangles, and you got all these chicken spots in the local areas. Yet and still, these chicken restaurants are still winning and they're still in business. So just because other people are doing it doesn't mean you can't do it. Put your own little ting to it, because that's what they did. They just have a different seasoning, a different spice, a different flavor, different sides. And you can do the same thing with your life. Yeah, be your own living legend. Walk in your divinity for real. It is 3:33 as I send this message out, 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way. But yeah, so anyway, I appreciate all of you for joining this live. Because I am so hungry, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and get my Thai food. My last two videos was a 95 20th Century Fox home entertainment effect that I've been feeling. First is called Sad in G major 7 and Crying in G major 7. Okay, so you work with the major chords, major and minor. We all know that minor chords is usually what they use in like R&B. You remember Alicia Keys had that CD called Keys in A minor. Mm-hmm. Major chords, 7. All right. Well, keep going, Fox. Keep going. Do what you need to do for yourself. I am still seeing butterflies out in the yard, y'all. A little tiny yellow butterfly just went past the fence. So that's confirmation from the universe. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come on here and speak to all my living legends out there. Congratulations, Adriana. Keep walking in your divinity, keep winning. Shout out to King Hazy, Fox Galaxy, and everybody that joined. Thank you for that information on the Indian food. Remember to always, always, always celebrate yourself no matter what. And think about when you're feeling your lowest, what are some things we can be happy about? Y'all, we still have something to be thankful for, okay? I am signing out. Until next time, you all stay blessed. Please enjoy your weekend and be safe, okay? King Hazy said, I still haven't tried your food. Oh, my recipe? Well, you know what, King Hazy, you have time. You have time to try it. It's gonna be good. I got some more recipes coming. All right, y'all. Signing out. Y'all enjoy. Talk to y'all later.